LovelyDaneyi here, and in this video I will be showing you how I created this beautiful wet look fit my best friend Amberlee. I will leave you guys her Instagram, her Snapchat and everything right here and in the description box as well. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep watching.
Ready guys, so to start off I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish. This just gives me a nice smooth complexion. Then I'm going to use the MAC Prep+Prime Natural Radiance. This is just going to brighten up her face, make it juicy and moisturized and vibrant for the look that we're going for, and then I'm just going to massage that into her face. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Clinique and the NYX foundations together. Everything will be listed in the description box down below. So what I'm doing is taking the lighter foundation in the center of her face and just dabbing it so I know that I have an even amount of foundation. And then I'm going to take the darker foundation and dab it in the outer part of her face. And then I'm going to spray some Fix Plus on my Morphe 439 brush and start dabbing that into her skin. And take a e.l.f. stippling brush and blur out any harsh lines and give her an airbrush effect. To conceal, I'm going to be using the Hard Candy Glamouflage in the color medium, and I'm just going to dot some concealer in the bottom of her eyes and the middle of her forehead, her bridge of her nose, her cupid's bow, and her chin. And then to brighten up her face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind in the color Light. And obviously where the light hits the highest points of her face, that's where I'm highlighting. And then I'm going to take a sponge and start tapping that into her skin, making sure that there's no harsh lines. And you guys know the drill. This is my favorite baking powder. I'm using the Muercier Translucent, and wherever we highlighted and concealed, that's where I'm gonna start baking. And I'm just gonna basically take the same sponge and take some product and start dabbing that onto her skin where we concealed and highlighted. And then to set the rest of her face, I'm going to take the NYC Smooth powder in the color Natural Beige, and I'm going to take an e.l.f. powder brush and start tapping that into her skin. I'm going to brush out her eyebrows, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, and I'm just going to make small strokes following her natural eyebrow shape that she has. Clean up her brows. I'm going to use the Hard Candy concealer, the same one that we used earlier, with a Real Techniques foundation brush, and I'm just going to start cleaning up her eyebrows and following the natural shape of her brows as well. With the same sponge that we use, I'm going to blur out that concealer. With my same Morphe brush, I'm going to dust off the translucent powder, making sure that I buff out any harsh lines while I'm doing this. Contour, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills in light to medium, and I'm going to take the LA Pro Conceal in the color Toast, and I'm going to start dabbing a few dots of that concealer where her natural cheek structure starts and ends, a little bit on her temples and her forehead just to make it look smaller. I'm not saying that your forehead is bigger, I'm just saying. And the bottom of her lips just to create a fuller effect. And then I'm going to take an e.l.f. stippling brush and making sure that I blur out and blend any harsh lines. And I love this stippling brush to blend everything that has to do with liquids because it gives me a nice airbrush effect. For mascara, I'm going to use the Milk mascara and the cream lashes in the number 76. And then I'm just going to put a light coat of mascara and then placing her falsies on her lashes really close to her lash line. And then to conceal her fake lashes from her real lashes, I'm going to take more mascara and conceal that. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay in the color Sideline, and I'm going to take my finger because I feel like my finger picks up the pigment way better than an actual brush. And the reason why I'm using this color is because it's really vibrant and it's metallic, and I thought that it was perfect since it had hints of yellows and green in it. And then to top it off, for that nice wet look that we're going for, I'm going to be using the NYX lid lacquer in clear with my finger. And the reason why I applied the lashes first is because the adhesive glue doesn't stick to the lid lacquer well, so that's why I did that first. Prime for highlight, I'm going to be using the Master Strobing Liquid by Maybelline, obviously as usual. So wherever I want to highlight, such as the highest points of her cheeks, the bridge of her nose, the tip of her nose, and her cupid's bow, that's where I'm going to apply this with my finger. And the reason why I use my finger is because the heat and the warmth of my finger makes it blend way easier. Highlight, I'm going to be using the Kiko's in the number 102 with a Morphe M310 fan brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust that where I want to highlight her face. And this look is just going to be completely glowy, and I'm just literally going to pack on that highlighter onto her highest points of her cheeks and her temples as well. And I'm gonna go in with my Morphe 350 palette, taking these two brown shades and putting that onto her lash line with my Morphe G27 brush. The same palette, I'm gonna take these three goldish shimmery colors and I'm gonna highlight her tear ducts. Sadly, the camera didn't pick up how pigmented these gold colors were. An extra kick, I'm going to be using the NYX Prismatic shadow in the color Venin. And again, I'm going to be highlighting her tear ducts, and I'm going to be using the same color to highlight her brow bone. One thing that I do want to point out is that her eyelids did keep on creasing, so I did wish that I set her lids before I applied any shadow or any lid lacquer. That way I could avoid the creasing on her lids. For lips, I'm going to be using the NK lip pencil in the color brown, and I'm just going to line her lips with this. To fill in the rest of her lips, I'm going to be using this MAC cream sheen in the color cream in your coffee, and I'm just telling her to rub her lips together just to get all the products spread it out evenly. And then I'm gonna take this lip shine in the color Dawn, and this is just gonna help us get that nice juicy full lip that I want. Back to the Urban Decay Sideline, I'm going to take my finger and take some product and dab it right in the center of her lips just to give that extra pop and shine that we want. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a few tips and tricks from watching this video. A huge shout out to my model. She did a fabulous job demonstrating this wet look. As usual, please subscribe to my channel. Any suggestions, comments down below. And I will see you in my next video. See you guys later. Stay lovely. Bye.